Imagine our world, but utterly different. No world wars, no global conflicts for a century. Nations stand united, cultures have blossomed, untouched by devastation. Let's explore this world untouched by the horrors of war. Our journey begins in the early 20th century. The year is 1914. In our timeline, the world plunges into the abyss of World War I, but here, in this alternate reality, peace prevails. The Austro-Hungarian Empire, a tapestry of cultures and ethnicities, remains intact. Germany, a powerhouse of industry and innovation, thrives without the burden of war reparations. France, its beauty preserved, flourishes in art and culture without the devastation of war. Europe experiences a different kind of transformation. A transformation fueled by cooperation, innovation, and progress. This is the story of a century without war. In this alternate 1914, the spark of war fails to ignite the powder keg of Europe. Archduke Franz Ferdinand survives the assassination attempt in Sarajevo. The Austro-Hungarian Empire finds new strength in peace. Emperor Franz Joseph guides the empire through cautious reform. The diverse ethnicities within the empire find common ground in dialogue and cooperation. Vienna remains a vibrant center of art, music, and intellectual discourse. Without the specter of war, the empire's diverse cultures mingle and enrich each other. The Austro-Hungarian Empire stands as a testament to the power of unity and peaceful coexistence. Germany, often cast as the aggressor in our timeline's World War I, takes a different path in this alternate history. Without the burden of war guilt or crippling reparations, Germany flourishes as a leading economic and technological power. Kaiser Wilhelm II focuses on modernizing Germany's infrastructure, promoting scientific research and expanding access to education. Germany becomes a hub of innovation, attracting brilliant minds from across the globe. Trade flourishes and cultural exchanges become commonplace. The German people embrace a spirit of internationalism and cooperation. Instead of a continent divided by suspicion and rivalry, a new era of cooperation and shared prosperity dawns. Germany becomes a valued partner and a driving force for progress. France, spared the devastation of a German invasion, emerges from the early 20th century as a beacon of culture and intellectualism. Paris, the city of lights, continues to captivate the world with its art, fashion, and joie de vivre. Without the trauma of war, French art and literature take a different course. The Belle Époque continues well into the 20th century. The Impressionist and Post-Impressionist movements continue to evolve and inspire new generations of artists. The worlds of music, literature, and theatre are equally vibrant, fueled by a spirit of creativity and innovation. Paris remains a global center for art, fashion, and intellectual discourse. French culture, enriched by peace and prosperity, continues to shape and inspire the world. In our world, the 1930s saw the rise of Nazism in Germany, casting a dark shadow over Europe and plunging the world into war. But in this alternate timeline, the conditions that allowed this hateful ideology to take root never arise. Without the economic devastation of the Treaty of Versailles, the Weimar Republic in Germany finds its footing. The German people, enjoying a period of stability and prosperity, reject the Nazi Party's message of hate and division. The Weimar Republic evolves into a stable and prosperous democracy. Without the threat of Nazi aggression, Europe embraces diplomacy and cooperation as the path to a brighter future. In our timeline, Poland, caught between the Nazi regime and the Soviet Union, suffered a brutal occupation and the horrors of the Holocaust. But in this alternate history, Poland stands strong, its independence intact, its people free from the tyranny of occupation. Without the Nazi invasion of 1939, Poland's territorial integrity remains intact. The country thrives as a bridge between East and West. Poland's government plays an active role in shaping a peaceful Europe. The absence of war allows Poland to develop its economy and infrastructure. Polish scientists and engineers make significant contributions in various fields, from medicine to technology. In our world, the Soviet Union, forged in the fires of revolution and tempered by the horrors of World War II, emerged as a superpower, locked in a Cold War with the West. But in this alternate timeline, the Soviet Union takes a different path, its power tempered by peace and shaped by internal reforms. Without the devastation of World War II, the Soviet Union faces different challenges and opportunities. The country focuses on internal development and modernization. A new generation of Soviet leaders emerges, advocating for greater openness and political freedom. The Soviet Union undergoes a period of gradual liberalization. The country experiences a cultural thaw, with artists, writers, and intellectuals enjoying greater freedom of expression. In the heart of the Balkans, where history often unfolded with the clash of empires and the eruption of ethnic tensions, Yugoslavia stands as a beacon of unity and peaceful coexistence. The year is 1991, a year that marked the beginning of a bloody civil war in our timeline. But here, in this alternate reality, Yugoslavia remains whole, its diverse ethnicities bound together by the threads of shared history, culture, and a common vision for the future. The towering figure of Josip Broz Tito is still revered as the architect of Yugoslav unity. The absence of war and ethnic strife allows Yugoslavia to channel its energies towards progress and development. The country experiences an economic boom fueled by tourism, manufacturing, and a growing technology sector. Without the economic devastation of war and the burden of international sanctions, Yugoslavia flourishes as an economic powerhouse in the Balkans. Its strategic location allows it to capitalize on trade and investment opportunities. Yugoslavia's unique economic model proves remarkably successful. The country becomes a major exporter of manufactured goods, agricultural products, and raw materials. Its tourism industry thrives, attracting visitors from across Europe and beyond. Foreign investment pours into Yugoslavia, drawn by its stable political environment and skilled workforce. Yugoslavia's economic success serves as a model for other developing nations. Yugoslavia, with its rich tapestry of cultures and its unique position as a bridge between East and West, flourishes as a vibrant cultural crossroads. The absence of war and ethnic division allows for a flourishing of art, music, film, and literature. The Yugoslav New Wave cinema movement gains international acclaim. Yugoslavia's music scene explodes with creativity, blending traditional folk music with influences from rock, pop, and jazz. Yugoslavia's cultural output becomes a source of national pride and a powerful symbol of its unity and diversity. In a world untouched by the chaos of the Gulf War and the subsequent invasion, Iraq remains under the firm grip of Saddam Hussein. While the world outside views him with suspicion and concern, within Iraq, his rule ensures a level of stability and predictability. Hussein maintains a tight grip on power. The absence of external interference allows him to consolidate his power and implement his vision for Iraq. The economy, fueled by oil revenues, provides a basic standard of living for most citizens. Education and healthcare are accessible to a larger segment of the population than in many neighboring countries. Hussein focuses on internal development, investing in infrastructure projects and attempting to diversify the Iraqi economy beyond its dependence on oil. Across the vast expanse of North Africa, Muammar Gaddafi presides over a Libya untouched by the turmoil and violence that would engulf it in our timeline. His vision of a socialist utopia takes root in Libyan society. Gaddafi uses Libya's oil wealth to fund ambitious social programs. Education, healthcare, and housing are heavily subsidized, providing a safety net for Libyan citizens. Gaddafi invests heavily in infrastructure projects, linking Libya's remote regions to the coast and fostering economic development. The great man-made river brings water from the Sahara Desert to the coastal cities, transforming Libya's agricultural landscape. Libya enjoys a level of stability and prosperity unmatched by many of its neighbors. The stability of Iraq and Libya, while achieved under authoritarian regimes, has profound ripple effects throughout the Middle East and beyond. The absence of major conflicts in the region creates a more hopeful and optimistic atmosphere. With no Gulf wars to fuel anti-Western sentiment, the rise of extremist groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS is significantly curtailed. The flow of refugees fleeing conflict and instability is stemmed, reducing the strain on neighboring countries and easing tensions in Europe. The absence of war allows for greater economic cooperation and development in the region. Trade routes flourish and investment flows into countries once deemed too risky. The Middle East becomes a region of growing economic opportunity and cultural exchange. The world, spared the horrors of war in the Middle East, is a more peaceful and prosperous place. Our journey through a century without war concludes, leaving us at the crossroads of imagination and reality. The world we've explored, shaped by peace, stands as a stark contrast to the one we know. Borders remain untouched by conflict, nations stand united by cooperation, and cultures flourish in an atmosphere of mutual respect. The butterfly effect of peace, rippling through time, has created a world where the human story unfolded without the dark chapters of global conflict. The absence of war's devastation has allowed humanity to direct its energies toward progress and innovation. Technology has advanced at an astonishing pace, driven not by the need for more powerful weapons, but by the desire to improve the human condition. Medical breakthroughs have eradicated diseases, extended lifespans, and improved the quality of life for billions. The pursuit of knowledge, no longer hindered by conflict, has unlocked the secrets of the universe, expanding our understanding of our place within the cosmos. This world, untouched by the horrors of war, is not a utopia. Challenges and disagreements still arise, but they are met with diplomacy, dialogue, and a commitment to finding peaceful solutions. The international community, forged in the fires of shared challenges and triumphs, stands united in its pursuit of a just and equitable world for all. The world we've glimpsed, a world where peace has been the guiding principle for a century, serves as a powerful reminder of the boundless potential that lies within humanity. It is a testament to our capacity for cooperation, our yearning for harmony, and our ability to create a better future for generations to come. Our journey through an alternate history has revealed the profound impact of peace, but it has also left us with a sense of longing for the might-have-beens. The stories of countless individuals whose lives were tragically cut short or forever altered by war remain unwritten in this peaceful timeline. The sacrifices made, the lessons learned, and the resilience shown in the face of adversity are absent, replaced by a narrative of uninterrupted progress. We are left to ponder the countless acts of courage, compassion, and creativity that emerge from the crucible of conflict in our own timeline. The works of art, literature, and music that grappled with the complexities of war and its aftermath, the scientific advancements driven by the need to heal and rebuild, and the social movements that arose from the ashes of conflict are all absent from this alternate history. While we celebrate the peace and prosperity of this imagined world, we must also acknowledge the void left by the absence of those who perished in wars, those who dedicated their lives to fighting for freedom and justice, and those whose creativity was sparked by the darkest chapters of human history. Their stories, though absent from this alternate timeline, remain etched in the fabric of our own world, reminding us of the human cost of conflict and the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. As we emerge from the realm of imagination and return to the realities of our own world, we are left with a profound question. What will our legacy be? Will future generations look back on our time as an era defined by conflict and division? Or will they see it as a turning point, a moment when humanity chose a different path? The choice is ours. We can continue down the path of war and destruction, a path that has led to untold suffering and threatens the very future of our planet. Or we can choose the path of peace, a path that requires courage, compassion, and an unwavering belief in our shared humanity. Building a more peaceful world requires a fundamental shift in our thinking. It requires us to move beyond the zero-sum mentality that sees the world as a competition between nations, ideologies, and identities. It requires us to embrace cooperation, diplomacy, and dialogue, as the primary tools for resolving conflicts and addressing global challenges. We must invest in education that promotes empathy, understanding, and respect for diversity. We must support institutions that foster dialogue, build bridges between cultures, and promote peaceful coexistence. And we must hold our leaders accountable for their actions, demanding that they prioritize diplomacy over military intervention and seek peaceful solutions to international disputes. The journey towards a world without war will be long and arduous, but it is a journey we must undertake for the sake of our children, our grandchildren, and all future generations. The choice is ours. Let us choose wisely.